Hi everyone, Margaret Thompson here from my little kitchen in Ohio. Where are you watching from tonight? Picture this. I'm standing at my counter, the smell of fresh brewed coffee filling the air, steam rising from my favorite mug with the faded daisies on it. The afternoon sun slants through the lace curtains, warming the linoleum floor where I've stood making meals for my family for decades. My hands are still damp from washing dishes when the front door bursts open without a knock. Bang, like a gunshot in the quiet house. Jennifer storms in first, my daughter-in-law, her face twisted red with fury, high heels clicking sharp against the floor. Michael trails right behind her, my only son, hands shoved deep in his pockets, eyes fixed on the ground like he's ashamed but too weak to stop her. The air shifts heavy, charged like before a summer storm. My heart starts pounding, a deep thud in my chest that makes my fingers go cold around the mug. "You're just a burden to us, Margaret." Jennifer spits the words, her voice slicing through the room, loud enough to rattle the spoons in the drawer. "We can't keep carrying you like this. Your help is suffocating us." She jabs a manicured finger at me, gold bracelets jangling. Michael's right there, not 2 feet away, but he says nothing, just stands silent, shifting his weight, avoiding my eyes. The betrayal hits like ice water down my spine. Me a burden? After wiring them $5,000 for their leaking roof last spring. 3 for the kids' braces, countless grocery runs when they were tight? My throat tightens, tears prick hot behind my eyes, but something else flares up too. A steady fire in my belly I've felt before, back when I taught rowdy 3rd graders for 30 years. I set the mug down slow, deliberate, the ceramic clinking soft against the counter. The silence stretches thick, until I look right at her, then at him. "A burden doesn't pay other people's bills," I say, my voice calm, even like I'm stating the weather. Jennifer's mouth drops open, her eyes widen in shock. Michael finally lifts his head, face paling but still, no words. She laughs, sharp and bitter. "Oh please. You're delusional if you think." But Michael grabs her arm, mutters something low I can't catch, and pulls her toward the door. They leave in a huff, door slamming so hard the windows rattle, leaving me alone with the coffee going cold and my hands trembling just a bit. Part of me wants to call after them, beg them to explain, but another part, the smarter part, knows this isn't the end. It's the breaking point. What would you do if your own family looked you in the eye and called you that? After everything? I stood there a long minute, heart still racing, staring at the empty doorway. But that moment, that explosion, was just the breaking point. Let me back up and tell you how this all started 6 months earlier, when the first cracks began to show. After they stormed out that day, I sank into my kitchen chair, the wooden seat creaking under me like it held the weight of 40 years of family dinners. The coffee had gone cold, a thin skin forming on top, and the house felt too quiet, too big for just me. But my mind raced back 6 months to when life still seemed normal, or at least what I thought was normal. Let me take you there, because to understand that kitchen explosion you need to see how the cracks started forming, small at first, like hairline fractures in good china you don't notice until it shatters. My name is Margaret Thompson, and I'm 68 years old. 2 years ago my husband Robert passed after a long fight with cancer. 45 years we had together, raising Michael from a chubby toddler into the man he became. Or so I thought. We lived in this modest 2-story house in suburban Ohio, the kind with a wraparound porch and a backyard where I planted daisies every spring. Robert's pension and my savings from teaching 3rd grade for 30 years left me comfortable. The house paid off, about $250,000 in the bank, a steady Social Security check. No debts, no worries. I'd retired thinking I'd spoil my grandkids, Lily and Max, ages 8 and 10, with cookies and story time. Where are you watching from today? Have you ever had that golden time in life when family feels like your anchor? Michael was 42 then, married to Jennifer for 15 years. He worked sales for a car dealership. Decent job, but always one big commission away from stability. Jennifer stayed home with the kids at first, then picked up real estate part-time, sharp dresser, always with the latest phone, perfect highlights. They lived 20 minutes away in a starter home I'd helped with the down payment years back, $20,000 from our savings when rates were high. Sundays were our ritual. Michael called, we'd chat about the kids, football, my garden. "Love you, Mom," he'd say, voice warm through the line. I'd bake pies for visits, slip them cash for gas. No big deal, I'd wave it off. Jennifer hugged tight, complimented my cooking. Family, right? What could go wrong? But looking back, the first red flag waved subtle, like a shadow you dismiss as a cloud. It started last fall, maybe October. Jennifer called midweek, voice syrupy sweet. Hey Margaret, hope I'm not bothering you. The hot water heater burst. Total flood in the basement. Insurance is dragging their feet. Could you spot us $2,000 just to get a temp unit? We'll pay you back next month, promise. I wired it that afternoon, no questions, family helps family. You're a lifesaver, she texted with heart emojis. Michael called later. Thanks, Mom. Things are tight with the market. I smiled, felt needed. But a week later, I drove by their house unannounced with leftovers. Their driveway sparkled, new SUV gleaming. Jennifer unloading shopping bags from Nordstrom. No flood signs. Odd, I thought, but pushed it down. Paranoia, Margaret. They're young, stressed. Then November hit, Thanksgiving prep. Michael shows up alone, early, fidgeting with his keys. Mom, Jennifer's got a migraine, he says, avoiding my eyes. We stuff the turkey, chat surface stuff, but he's distracted, checking his phone. As he leaves, he hugs quick. Hey, the kids need braces. Orthodontist quoted $6,000. You know anyone who finances? My stomach twisted a bit. Why not their dentist or a payment plan? But I nodded. I'll look into it. Next day, Jennifer emails links to braces plans. For research. 2 days later. Margaret, the dentist pushed. Payment due Friday or they cancel. $3,000 down. Wired again. Grateful texts flooded in. But Christmas came. And their tree glittered with new ornaments. Kids in matching outfits I'd never seen. No mention of repayment. Busy season, I told myself. Michael's calls grew shorter. Jennifer's sweeter, needier. Winter dragged and the whispers started. New Year's Eve, they invited me over for a family toast. I arrive with my apple pie. House smells of takeout Chinese, not her cooking. After kids to bed, we're in the den, dim lamplight, fire crackling fake in the electric heater. Jennifer pours cheap wine, sits close. Margaret, you're doing so much. But have you thought about your will? With Robert gone. Michael shifts uncomfortable, mutters, Jen. But she barrels on. Just practical. What if something happens? We want to help manage things. My skin prickled, wine turning sour in my mouth. I laughed it off. I'm healthy as a horse, dear. Doctor says my heart's stronger than most 50-year-olds. They exchanged a glance, quick, but I caught it like conspirators sharing a secret. Michael changed the subject to football. I left early, head buzzing. Was that normal estate talk, or? By February, the asks ramped up. Car repair, $1,500, transmission shot. Jennifer texts with a sad emoji. Wired. Then Max's school trip, $800. Wired. Michael stops by to check the gutters, but rifles through my mail stack on the counter while I fetch coffee, subtle, but I notice bills open that aren't mine. Everything okay, son? I ask casual. Yeah, Mom, just helping. His smile doesn't reach his eyes. That night, lying in bed, the house creaking in the wind, doubt gnawed. Part of me screamed paranoia, their family. But another part, the teacher who'd spotted every playground lie, whispered, watch closer. The breaking point came mid-March. Bank statement arrives. $10,000 withdrawal I didn't authorize. Marked transfer to linked account. Linked? I'd never set that up. Heart hammering, I call the branch. Mrs. Thompson, it was authorized via power of attorney. Power of attorney? I'd sign nothing. Hands shaking, I drive to their house that evening, pretend casual visit with cookies. Jennifer answers, flushed, hair messy like she'd been interrupted. Michael's in the shower, she says too quick. I peek past. His home office door ajar, papers scattered, my account numbers glaring from a printer. She shuts it fast. Kids made a mess. But I saw enough. That night, staring at my ceiling fan spinning slow circles, it crystallized. This wasn't need. It was a pattern. A scheme. Have you ever loved someone so deep you'd ignore the signs screaming at you? I wrestled all night. Confront them? Call the police? No. Something told me to play smart, gather proof first. They thought me the trusting grandma, easy mark. Tomorrow I'd start watching for real. That's when I knew something was terribly wrong. And I was going to uncover every last piece of it. The next morning I woke with purpose burning in my chest, like the first day of school after summer break. No more ignoring the shadows. I'd shine a light on them, quiet and clever. The way I'd outsmarted sneaky kids hiding candy in class. Coffee in hand, steam curling up like secrets waiting to spill. I sat at my kitchen table with my laptop open. First stop, online banking. Heart thumping steady, I logged in and scrolled statements back 6 months. There they were, small transfers at first, $500 here, $1,200 there, labeled family assistance. Then bigger, $5,000 in December, $8,000 February. Total so far? Over $25,000. My hands went clammy on the mouse. These weren't emergencies. They were drains, steady as a leaky faucet wearing down the foundation. Where are you watching from right now? Ever had that pit in your stomach when you realize the people closest to you might be playing you? I printed every page, filed them in a folder I hid under loose floorboards in my bedroom. The same spot I'd stashed report cards from my teaching days. Next, I drove to the bank branch. The Ohio spring air crisped through my cracked window, carrying hints of blooming lilacs. Robert Klein, my manager for years, greeted me with a warm handshake. "Margaret, everything all right?" His eyes crinkled kind behind glasses. I slid the statements across his desk. "Robert, these transfers. I didn't make them all." He frowned, tapped keys, face tightening. "Power of attorney on file, signed by you last fall. Jennifer Hayes executed several." Jennifer? My blood ran cold as ditch water. I'd signed nothing. "Can you flag future attempts? And give me copies of those docs?" He nodded grave. "Elder fraud's rising, Margaret. Smart you're checking. I'll freeze non-authorized access today." Walking out, folder thicker now with official copies, I felt the first spark of power shift. They thought me blind. Wrong. That afternoon, I confided in Evelyn Carter next door. 72, retired lawyer, sharp as a tack with her silver bob and no-nonsense cardigans. We'd bonded over Robert's funeral coffee. On her porch swing, creaking gentle as we sipped tea from floral cups, I spilled it all. Evelyn, my own son and his wife stealing? Her eyes narrowed over the rim. "Show me the papers." We poured inside her den, sunlight slanting gold across legal pads. She whistled low. "Forged signature here, see the pressure stroke? Amateurish. And this POA grants full access. Revoke it now but quietly. Gather proof first. They could lawyer up, gaslight you as forgetful grandma." She sketched a plan. Monitor calls, install a cheap nanny cam from Walmart, check their trash on pickup day. "You're no victim, Margaret. You're the teacher who spots the cheat." Her words lit a fire. I bought the cam that evening, hid it in my living room clock facing the front door. Felt like James Bond in orthopedic shoes. Days blurred into a secret rhythm. I'd pop by their house with casseroles, lingering while Jennifer chattered. One Tuesday, kids at school, I excused myself to the bathroom. Their office door stood half open, temptation too strong. Heart hammering like a drum solo, I slipped in, closed it soft. Desk cluttered. Bills stamped paid from my accounts, vacation brochures to Florida circled in red. Then jackpot, a notebook, Jennifer's loopy script, empty assets. House $350,000 equity, savings $250K, pension $2,800 per MO. Target POA expansion for full control by summer. Sell house post incapacity declaration. Incapacity? My knees buckled against the desk. They'd planned to declare me incompetent, ship me to a home, cash in everything. I snapped photos with my phone, hands steady from sheer rage, slipped out before the garage door rumbled. "Can you believe this? Your own daughter-in-law plotting to warehouse you like old furniture?" That night, nanny cam footage played on my TV. Jennifer and Michael arguing low. She wired the car money smooth. Jennifer hisses, pacing in heels. Michael rubs his neck. "Mom's sharp, Jen. What if she notices?" Jennifer laughs cold. "Old ladies forget." Push the concern angle. Dementia hints to the kids' school, neighbors. Pa gets us the house, we flip it, pay debts. Michael hesitates. "She's family." Jennifer snaps. "Family that pays bills or gets cut off." Click. Footage ended. I replayed it 3 times, while rising bitter. Not just theft, character assassination. Tears came hot then, soaking my robe, but fury dried them fast. Part of me wanted to burst in screaming. The teacher in me knew. Evidence first, trap second. Escalation hit mid-April. Jennifer called, voice honey dripping. Margaret, you're a saint. Max's birthday party. Caterer wants $1,200 upfront. Kids would love if Grandma helped. I wired it but traced it straight to a boat dealership. Boat? With their crises? Next day, Michael alone at my door, tie loose, sweat beading despite cool air. Mom, Jen stressed. Market's down. Need $4,000 for dealership quota or I lose the job. His eyes pleaded, but darted to my purse on the hall table. I fetched coffee, watched him edge closer, rifling my mail quick, social security statement out. Everything okay? I asked casual, handing the mug. He jumped. Yeah, just bills. Smile fake as a $3 bill. I nodded, heart aching for the boy I'd bandaged knees for. But the man? Complicit. Evelyn and I met weekly now, her kitchen table battle central. She reviewed photos, footage. Ironclad motive, opportunity. Get audio next. I upgraded the cam. Trash dive one dawn. Gloved hands in dewy bins. Yielded PO drafts with my signature practiced over mine. Debt lists totaling $80,000. Emails to a shady lawyer. Elder incapacity evil recommend? My world tilted. Total siphoned so far. $42,000 per Robert's logs. They'd started pre-Robert's death. Small gifts masking it. Scope massive, not impulse conspiracy. Nights I'd lie awake, ceiling fan whirring hypnotic, replaying memories. Michael's birth, first bike, wedding vows. Betrayed for cash. Doubt crept. Was I paranoid? No, proof stacked like bricks. By May they grew bolder, smelling blood. Joint visit, Jennifer clutching my arm, concerned. Margaret, you look tired. Ever forget things? Doctor visits piling up. Gaslight glow in her eyes. Michael nods. We could manage appointments, finances, ease your load. Translation. Control grab. I smiled serene, poured lemonade with trembling hands beneath the table. Appreciate it, dears. But I'm fine, sharp as ever. Cam caught their post-visit din talk. She's slipping, push harder, Jennifer urges. Michael sighs. For the kids, Jen. Kids, excuse for greed. Emotional bottom hit one rainy evening. Alone, folder open. Rain pattering window like accusatory fingers. I sobbed into my pillow, chest heaving. Grief for lost trust, fear of loneliness. But dawn brought steel. Evelyn connected me to a PI discreet. Track their moves. Cost $2,000, my money wisely spent. First report. Jennifer meeting lawyer. Discussing conservatorship filing. Michael shopping boats. Final straw. Bank alert. Attempted $15,000 wire denied. Jennifer's furious call. Margaret glitch? Kids tuition. I feigned confusion. Checking it. Inside gears turned. That's when the full scope crashed down. They'd engineered my decline for profit long term. No more victim. I had docs, recordings, witnesses. Evelyn drafted revocation. PI tailed them. Rage hardened to resolve. What would you do with traitors wearing family masks? They thought me cornered prey. But this grandma was arming for war. With the evidence stacked like a fortress in my spare room. Folders labeled, USB drives hidden in cookie tins. Evelyn's legal notes scribbled in margins. I shifted from hunter to architect. No more reacting. Now I built the trap, piece by careful piece. My hands steady as I signed papers under lamplight that glowed warm like a conspirator. The betrayal's full weight pressed down. $52,000 stolen. Plots to declare me incompetent. Whispers of conservatorship, but it forged me sharper. Robert always said I had a teacher's knack for turning chaos into curriculum. Time to teach my own lesson. Where are you watching from tonight? Ever turned the tables on those who underestimated you? First move. Fortify the castle. Evelyn drafted the PO revocation that week. Notarized at her kitchen table with lemon bars cooling on the rack. Their sweet scent cutting the ink's sharpness. File this quietly, she instructed, eyes fierce behind reading glasses. Changes nothing visible yet. Lure them deeper. I met Robert Klein at the bank next morning. Early fog clinging to the parking lot like secrets. Over coffee in his office, fluorescent hum overhead. I slid the forms across. Freeze everything non-personal. New trust for the savings irrevocable. He nodded, fingers flying on keyboard. Done. They'll bounce next try. Elder protection protocols engaged. No questions asked. Walking out, house keychain jingling lighter, I felt the power tilt. My $250,000 nest egg? Locked tight, untouchable. House title? Quietly retitled to a living trust Evelyn set up, naming a distant cousin executor if needed. No signatures required from them. Next, Counter-Strike finances, their debts became my leverage. PI report detailed it. $80,000 owed. Mortgage arrears, car loans, Jennifer's real estate flops, Michael's dealership shortfalls. Evelyn grinned wolfish. Buy them out. Cost me $15,000 through anonymous LLC she helped form, but worth it. I own their mortgage note now via a collection agency proxy. Car loans too. Repossessed threats loomed if payments lagged. They'll panic, Evelyn predicted, stirring tea steam rising like victory smoke. Blame each other, not you. First test came Friday. Jennifer's call, voice edged brittle. Margaret, weird glitch, mortgage draft bounced. Kids' school fees due. I feigned worry, voice quavering just right. Oh dear, banks these days. I'll check mine too. Hung up, smiled cold into the receiver. Cam footage later. Her pacing their kitchen, phone smashing counter. She froze us? How? Michael mutters, pale. Mom wouldn't. They doubled down, bolder in desperation. Joint visit Sunday, pie plate in my hands as cover, apple still steaming. Jennifer clutched a folder, eyes glassy over fake concern. Margaret, we've been talking. Your memory. Slips lately? Doctor recommended evaluation. Michael nods wooden. For your safety, Mom. Sign this, helps us manage. Power expansion form, bolder forgery attempt. My heart twisted for the boy who'd cried at Robert's grave, but I played frail. Sit, dears. Tea. Poured slow, Cam whirring silent from the mantel clock. They pushed gentle at first. Just practical, Jennifer coos, pen out. I fumbled papers, forgot glasses, bought time. Sign nothing. Tomorrow, I promised vague. They left frustrated, exchanged glares in the driveway. Cam caught it. Near miss hit Tuesday. Alone baking bread. Flour dusting my apron like fresh snow, doorbell chimes sharp. Michael alone, tie askew, stubble shadowing jaw. Mom, emergency, dealership audit. Need $10,000 wire now or fired. Eyes desperate, hand on my shoulder too tight. Part of me softened. The toddler in overalls flashed, but proof screamed louder. Son, sit. Kitchen table, bread cooling golden, I poured coffee black. He fidgeted, eyed my purse. Checkbooks in the drawer, I said casual, turning slow. He rifled it quick. Blank checks gone, replaced with dummies overnight. Found nothing, deflated. Bank app down today. I lied smooth. Tomorrow. He left, jaw clenched, muttering curses in the car. Allies deep in the web. Evelyn introduced bank fraud specialist Linda Torres, 50s, no-nonsense Latina with a prosecutor's stare. Over lunch at the diner, greasy spoons clinking, burger scent thick. Linda reviewed logs. Felony territory, Margaret. Forgery. Elder exploitation. Dee loves these cases. She coached recorded consents, advised on civil suit for restitution. Neighbor Bill, widower across street, ex-cop, installed exterior cams disguised as bird feeders. Got your back, he grunted, toolbox rattling. Grandkids? Innocent shields, I sent checks direct to school, dentist, birthday cash via mail. Grandma loves you, notes read. No contact tainted. Their desperation cracked visible by late May. Jennifer's text frantic. Plumbing disaster. $3K emergency. Bounced, my new controls. Michael's voicemail's hoarse. Mom, please. Jen's hysterical. Cam goldmine. Nightly fights escalating. Your mother's ruining us. Jennifer shrieks, wine glass shattering. Michael snaps back. You pushed too hard. Boat repo notice arrived their mailbox. PI photo confirmed. Mortgage late. My agency sent final warning. They circled wagons, gaslit harder. Group call with concerned Aunt Jennifer's plant? Margaret forgetting things? We worry. I laughed, recorded. Sharp as ever, thanks. Inside, chest ached. Family weaponized. Power reversal peaked June 1st. PI tailed Jennifer to lawyer's office. Same shady one from trash docs. She stormed out, red-faced, phone glued. He says Penvillate, how? Michael at dealership, boss chewing him out per report. Home footage, them plotting frantic. Fake dementia signs, doctor note. Jennifer hisses. Call Adult Protective Services Anonymous? Michael balks. That's crossing. She cuts. Her house next. Their schemes trap them. Every move documented, bouncing off my walls. I executed flawless. Trusts locked assets. Debts mine to squeeze. Evidence vault overflowed. 20+ recordings, bank affidavits, PI dossiers, witness statements from Klein, Evelyn, Bill. Civil suit drafted. Restitution plus damages. Criminal referral packet for DA. Cost me $8,000 total, peanuts versus stolen fortune. Nights now, porch swing creaking gentle under stars. I'd sip chamomile, folder open, plotting finale. Rage cooled to ice, controlled lethal. They sense shift, grew erratic, Poppins checking. Fake hugs reeking cologne and fear sweat. Evelyn over porch T1 dusk, fireflies blinking like signals. They're cornered, cornering themselves. Set the dinner trap. I nodded, heart steady. Called Michael casual. Family dinner Friday, your favorite roast. Bring Jennifer, kids. Clear the air. Pause heavy. Sure, Mom. Relief dripped his voice, they bit. Inside I smiled grim. Table set pristine, china gleaming like armor. Folder thick beside my chair. Cams rolling every angle. Allies on speed dial, Linda DA contact, even sheriff buddy from church. No escape. What would you do facing vipers in sheepskin? Their growing panic fueled my calm. Every debt notice, bounce check, failed ploy tightened the noose. They wove themselves. Ironic poetry. Greed birthed their cage. By dinner eve their texts pleaded disguised. Can't wait, Mom. Lies crumbling. I stood in my kitchen, roast scent rich, knife slicing carrots crisp, symbolic. Ready to carve truth from deception. They walked into my parlor thinking prey weakened. No idea the lioness waited, claws sheathed but sharp. Friday evening arrived crisp and clear. The kind of Ohio summer night where crickets hum a steady chorus outside my kitchen window. I'd spent the afternoon prepping like it was just another family dinner. Roast beef slow simmering in the oven. Rich juices bubbling, carrots and potatoes golden around it. Table set with my best china. The set Robert and I got for our 25th. Candlelight flickering soft shadows on the lace runner. But under my calm, the folder weighted heavy in my lap drawer. 200 pages of their doom. Bank logs, recordings, PI photos, Evelyn's affidavits. Cam's words silent from clock, mantle. Even a new one in the light fixture. Allies primed. Linda on speed dial. Sheriff's deputy Tom from church a text away. Heart steady as a metronome, I smoothed my apron. Checked lipstick in the hall mirror. No more grandma. Warrior. Doorbell chimed at 6 sharp. Jennifer first, clutching a cheap wine bottle like a shield. Smile painted tight over panic lines. Michael behind, kids trailing. Lily clutching my skirt with grandma. Hugs Max shy with his dinosaur book. Innocent shields, heartsick. Come in, dears. I welcomed warm, ushering to table. Roast carved juicy, rolls steaming from basket, green beans crisp. They sat tense, Michael avoiding eyes, Jennifer chattering forced. Smells amazing, Margaret. Kids starving. Lily giggled over mashed potatoes. Normalcy mask. But under table my foot tapped Morse code ready. Dinner flowed surface at first, kids' school tales, weather chat. Wine poured, glasses clinking deceptive peace. Then Jennifer leaned in, voice syrup turning sharp. Margaret, we've worried. Your lapses. Dr. Eval soon. Michael nods wooden. For safety, Mom. Lily tilts head. Grandma's fine. Tension coiled like spring. I smiled serene, fork pausing midair. Candles sputtered. Funny you mentioned safety, I said casual, rising slow. Dessert first? Apple pie cooling. Bought seconds, nerves electric. Back with plates I paused by sideboard, hand on folder. Before pie, family talk. Their forks stilled. I placed the folder center table. Thud heavy as judgment. I know everything. Jennifer's laugh brittle. What? Margaret, you're confused. I opened it deliberate, first page. Bank statements, $52,000 highlighted red. These emergencies. Theft. Gasps, Lily wide-eyed, Max frozen. Michael pale. Mom, no. I silenced with hand, voice steel. Wait. Pulled nanny cam stills, her rifling drawers, his mail peek. Burglary in my home. Jennifer splutters. Doctored. You're paranoid. I hit play on tablet, volume crisp. Their den voices fill room. Old ladies forget. Push dementia. Hausar's post incapacity. Gasps louder. Michael's head drops. Jennifer's wine spills red as shame. Piece by piece theater of truth. POA forgery. Signature overlay side by side. Amateur, I said calm. Debt lists from trash. $80,000 schemes. PI photos her lawyer meet boat shopping. While kids needed braces? Lily whimpers. Mommy. Jennifer snaps vicious. Lies. She's manipulating you. Tears now crocodile. Michael stammers. Jen pressured me, Mom. Needed for family. Family. I cut ice cold. Stole from yours. Final blow. Evelyn's legal summary. Felonies listed. Forgery, exploitation, conspiracy. DA packet filed this morning. Restitution suit 2 house savings damages. Chaos erupted. Jennifer lunged for folder. Give me that. I yanked back firm. Michael grabs her arm. Stop. Kids cry now Max under table. Jennifer turns feral. You witch. Ruining us for your grudge. Gaslight desperate. Dementia. She's lost it. I stood unmoved, voice rising controlled thunder. Listen close because this is the part you never learned. Silence fell, candles guttering. I loved you like blood. Raised Michael with every sacrifice, diapers, braces, college loans paid. Wired your roof, cars, emergencies. $52K vanished to boats, vacations. But love's not blind. You saw widow alone, easy mark. Plotted my cage. Incompetence lies, conservatorship cage, asset flip. Gaslit neighbors, school? Thought me fool. Tears mine now but fury fueled. Hurts deepest? Not theft, could forgive desperation. Betrayal daily, hugs hiding knives. Looked me in eyes called Mom. Planned my ruin. For what? Greed shinier than gratitude. Michael sobs. Forgive Mom. For kids. Kids deserve better, I snapped. Them I protect. You? Reap. Phone out, dialed Linda live. They're here. Witness statements. Outside tires crunch. Deputy Tom's cruiser lights off. Door bangs open. Mrs. Thompson? Officers. Uniforms fill threshold. Jennifer shrieks. No. Harassment. Tom firm. Elder abuse report. Come downtown. Cuffs glint, Michael begs. Mom, please. I shook head. Actions speak. Out. Eviction served crisp. House down payment gift revoked. Note in my pocket. Property lien active. Vacate 48 hours. Lily clings. Stay, Grandma. Heart wrenches, I kneel soft. Go with Daddy now. Love always. They dragged out sobbing, Jennifer cursing, Michael defeated shuffle, kids bewildered. Door shut, final click. House empty echoed, roast cold, china-stained wine. I sank chair, sobs racking, victory bitter, lace grief. But chin lifted. Justice dawned. What would you do, truth sword in hand? They left shattered shells, my home sanctuary reclaimed. Folder closed, phone buzzed. Evelyn. Proud. Strength surged. Lioness roared. The house fell silent after they dragged Jennifer and Michael out. The front door clicking shut like the final period on a long, ugly sentence. Crickets chirped outside oblivious, but inside, the air hung heavy with spilled wine and cooling roast. The kids' booster chairs empty ghosts at the table. My hands trembled as I cleared plates, china clinking sharp against the sink. Mechanical motion to steady the storm inside. Tears came hot then, not just for them, but for the family I'd imagined, the boy who'd built forts in the backyard, the daughter-in-law I'd welcomed like blood. Victory tasted like ashes, bitter on my tongue. I sank into the kitchen chair. Head in hands, sobs racking my chest until the oven timer beeped forgotten. Apple pie charred black. Part of me wanted to call them back. Hug it out like old times. But no, the teacher in me knew consequences teach. Deputy Tom lingered in the living room. Notebook out, mustache twitching sympathetic. You did right, Margaret. Elder exploitation's no joke. Statements match your packet. Dia gets it tomorrow morning. He patted my shoulder awkward like uncles do. Kid's okay. I nodded, numb, voice thick. Lily hugged tight. Max confused. Tom sighed. We'll need their interviews, gentle. No charges on minors. But parents? Felony territory. He left with a nod, cruiser fading red taillights down the street. Alone I poured tea shaky. Chamomile steam curling like questions unanswered. Phone buzzed. Evelyn. Heard from Tom. You lioness. Sleep now. Linda texted. Civil suit papers ready Monday. Restitution incoming. But sleep? Eluded me. Pace floors moonlit replaying faces. Jennifer's feral snarl, Michael's broken beg. Grief twisted with grim satisfaction they'd pay. Next day's blurred haze. Saturday dawn, coffee bitter as regret. I boxed kids' toys from the guest room. Lily's dolls, Max's trains mailed with notes. Grandma loves you forever. Playdates soon. No poison from parents. Sunday church, Evelyn beside him, voices swelling comfort. Pastor shook hand post-sermon. Strong woman, Margaret. Whispers rippled pews, neighbors knew. Evelyn's subtle leaks. Monday courthouse downtown. Marble halls echoing heels. Linda met me lobby, briefcase crisp. Restitution suit filed. $52K stolen plus $100,000 punitive. House lien holds. Judge reviewed emergency hearing quick. Poe revoked official. Conservatorship attempt blocked. Elder abuse injunction granted. Gavel cracked final. Walking out sun-dappled, papers clutched victory, I breathed free. No contact order served their door by noon. PI confirmed Jennifer hurling curses at process server. Their fallout cascaded swift, poetic. PI updates weekly. Dealership fired Michael, ethics breach. No job, resume tainted. Jennifer's real estate license suspended pending investigation. Clients fleeing rumors. Mortgage note mine triggered foreclosure notice. 48-hour vacate ignored. Sheriff evicted mid-June. Furniture curbside like trash. Boat repoed long gone. Debts ballooned to $120,000 with my interest tacked. Court date loomed July. Plea deals whispered. Evelyn's network buzzed. They're crumbling. One night, block number voicemail, Jennifer voice cracked. Margaret, for kids' sake. Drop it? Deleted unheard. Michael's letter arrived certified. Handwriting shaky like childhood. Mom, sorry. Addiction, gambling debts. Jen pushed. Forgive. Tossed unopened. No more hooks. My new life sprouted steady roots. Sold the big house August. $375K, memories too heavy. Bought condo Florida Gulf Coast. Balcony overlooking waves crashing turquoise. Salt air healing lungs. First morning there. Coffee steaming as dolphins arced horizon. I unpacked Robert's photo, smiled real. Pension stretched easy, no drains. Volunteered senior center. Teaching spot the scam workshops. Packed rooms, women nodding fierce. My son too. Linda guest spoke legal tips. Evelyn visited. Margarita's clinking sunset. Grandkids. Supervised visits monthly, neutral park. Lily's hugs pure. Max's stories gold. Miss you, Grandma. No parent ears. Court ordered their therapy, restitution payments $500 per month, peanuts but principal. Legal hammer fell September. Plea hearing. Jennifer pled guilty forgery/exploitation. 2 years probation, 200 community hours, full restitution order. Michael accessory, 1 year probation, fines, ethics classes. No jail. DA merciful for kids but records scarred forever. Civil win October. $185,000 judgment. House equity seized, partial pay. They rented cheap apartment outskirts. Cars basic, pride stripped. PI last glimpse. Jennifer waitressing bitter, Michael warehouse night shifts. Karma's quiet grind. No gloating, just balance restored. Reflection came, porch swings, waves lapping below. Lessons carved deep. Family blood don't guarantee loyalty. Actions prove. I trusted blind, ignored flags waving hurricane. But underestimated? Never again. At 69 now, stronger post-fire. Muscles memory forged, heart tempered steel. Widowed, betrayed, yet standing taller. Roberted beam. Knew you had it. Strength's not muscle. It's spine straight when world's crumbling. Ladies watching, have you faced family knives? You're not alone. Betrayal scars but rises wiser. Protect assets, trust gut. Gather proof before strikes. Love conditional now, earn daily. I sip tea, sunset painted. Ocean whispering peace. New chapter, pages blank bright. No more victim. Survivor. Warrior grandma. If this hit home, smash like strength in numbers. Subscribe, more stories like yours. Comment. Ever outsmarted family greed? Where watching from? Your tales empower us all. Thanks watching, stay vigilant, stay strong. 6 months later, I sit on my Gulf Coast condo balcony most mornings. The Gulf of Mexico stretching endless blue under the Florida sun. Waves crashing rhythmic like a heartbeat finally my own. At 69, the salt air fills my lungs clean. No more Ohio chill laced with betrayal's fog. Coffee steams in my daisy mug. Dolphins sometimes arcing playful in the distance. And I think back on that dinner table showdown not with rage, but clarity sharp as the horizon line. The legal dust settled firm. Consequences carved in court ink, and my new life? Blooming unexpected, stronger roots than before. Where are you tuning in from today? Sunrise coffee like mine? Or midnight scroll? Either way, pull up a chair. This ending's for every woman who's stared down family greed and won. Court wrap type by November. Full restitution hit $185,000. $52K stolen clawed back via wage garnishment. $100,000 punitive from civil suit. Rest from seized house equity after foreclosure. Jennifer's real estate dreams? Dead, license revoked, permanent post-probation. Blacklisted in Ohio circles. She waitresses now at a beachside diner. Tips meager. Face etched harder than her old highlights. Michael's dealership career? Finished. Ethics violation on record. Bouncing warehouse gigs. Divorced her by Christmas after one final screaming match PI caught on public cams. Kids. Court-mandated split custody. Supervised my visits monthly at a sunny park. Lily chatters endless about school plays. Max builds sandcastles fierce. Both thriving away from poison. Love you most, Grandma. Lily whispers, no parents hovering. I send books, clothes direct, no middlemen. Financially. Fortress rebuilt taller. House sale netted $350,000 after fees. Pension untouched at $2,800 per month. Savings ballooned to $300,000 in ironclad trusts Evelyn refined. No debts haunting, condo fees covered easy. Sold Robert's old truck too. $12K bonus for a cruise fund. Volunteering anchors me. Senior center workshops twice weekly. Scam-proof your golden years. Room packs with nodding heads. Widows spotting POA tricks. Daughters-in-law eyed wary. My boys changing my will. One shares teary, I hug firm. Gather proof first. Linda guest speaks quarterly. Evelyn FaceTimes tips from Ohio. Even started a blog. Anonymous at first. Grandma's Guide to Family Thieves. Thousands read, comments flood. You saved me. Purpose pulses stronger than blood. Emotionally, scars faded to silver lines. Night's first post-confrontation? Sleepless sobs for the son lost. Grief raw as Robert's passing. Therapy helped, church counselor gentle waves therapy now. Forgive for you, not them. Did quiet like releasing chains without contact. No calls answered, letters returned. Michael's birthday card came once, kids scrawl inside. Kept for them, not him. Strength grew organic. Yoga classes bend me flexible body and mind. Book club laughs echo evenings. New friends over wine share war stories. Dated once, widower from center, kind eyes, walks on beach. No rush, self first now. Destiny's poetry lingers. Heard through Evelyn's network. Jennifer remarried quick. Shotgun to a trucker, pregnant again, cycle spinning. Michael sober now, gamblers anonymous but trust fractured forever. No schadenfreude, just facts filed. They reaped greed's harvest. Pride barren, futures weedy. Me? Harvest rich, freedom, wisdom, circle tighter, true kin. Evelyn visits yearly. Bill sends Ohio apples, grandkids hugs gold. Lessons etched permanent. Trust earned daily, not assumed blood deep. Flags ignored? Hurricane invites. Assets first, lawyer early, trusts iron. Gut whispers? Listen thunderous. Love fierce but eyes open, vulnerable no more. At 69 I'm not surviving, thriving. Robert smiles from mantle. Knew it, Peg. Ladies, your turn. Betrayal doesn't define, response does. Stand tall, protect fierce, rise phoenix. If this resonated, hit like, hearts connect us. Subscribe, more real talk triumphs. Comment. What's your family win? Or red flag spotted? Where watching from? Share below, we lift together. Stay savvy, stay sovereign. Thanks for journeying mine.